game ever.
And welcome to another Friday edition of Ripping the Rack podcast.
Yes.
I am one of your Triforce Tri-hosts. My name is Tim. I am sporting the correct hat to be sporting at this time of the year.
Sir.
And the Magnum PI shirt there, Tom
Yes,
Selleck.
I
Nice job.
am.
You're just missing the stash, man. You need the porn stash. You should have grew one. You should have colored it in, got a Sharpie or something.
I shaved and really trimmed everything because it was coming in really gray. So I just got rid of it all.
No, don't say that. Just say you're more aerodynamic.
The Grecian men's gel?
I'm far more aerodynamic.
You're far more aerodynamic,
but,
yes.
See, Angela, this is called a winning team's hat.
Fact.
Chara shouldn't have left.
I think Chara retires. Anyway, let's get back to the intros here real quick. So I am Tim. I am one leg.
We'll save that for a minute.
Of the three. On top today is our third leg.
It's good to be on top. It's always good to be on top. How you boys
Especially when I'm on bottom.
I'm telling you, it just makes it easier. You know what I mean? You could get to places, you could do different things when you're on top. It's just different things.
So much room for activities.
Much more, yeah. But see, that's the thing is, I'm a bottom guy because I get more room for activities.
No, but if you're on top, you can direct the activities. You can put things in places that need to be taken care of, and let other people handle the business for you that you need.
Well, okay.
Where the hell is you guys' mind?
Anyway, moving on.
Mine was firmly in the bedroom. I don't know about you.
On the bottom today is our second leg, acting as a third leg, doing business as DBA.
DBA.
One Mr. Brian Athern. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
it's Friday. We're gonna finish video game talk, and I can't wait to talk about this.
We are. So before though, folks, what we're going to talk about is our top 10 adult film stars, and why they are our fans.
Alexis Texas, Tia Carrere.
Here, let me show you some pictures.
Hold on, I've done a big study in this. Hold on, I will help you out.
You actually know names,
websites, names, address. I mean, web addresses.
Yeah.
Message rippingtherack@gmail.com.
So anyway, so really, there's a couple of things I do want to talk about before we get into the video game. One, obviously, it is my favorite time of sports year right now.
Dubbies.
I love playoff hockey.
Amen.
With fans. I know the Canadians aren't understanding this whole with fans thing.
Or playoffs.
Well, no, the Canadians were in the playoffs.
Well, they had their own division, Tim.
That's
kind of like we gave them
fans.
Their own little cut of okay, you guys go have your own division and you play each other. And
I mean, it's Montreal versus Toronto. So Canada is boiling over right now with we don't know what to do. There's a team that's been very successful through the years, but smells like a pile of dog shit. There's a team that hasn't been very successful and is kind of playing like a pile of dog shit. So we're just going to let them fight.
And has always smelled like a pile of dog shit.
It's like Jimmy versus Timmy on South Park. It's just cute. You just want to sit back and watch it.
And then the Vancouver people are like, there was hockey?
Right.
Wait, what? Hockey?
We played hockey this year?
Hashtag international incident right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Pissed off everybody north.
Absolutely no lock letters today with spitting it the correct way today.
No, there are no lock letters. This is called the Boston Bruins.
Wow, you're bald.
True, but he's aerodynamic.
I'm aerodynamic.
You look like powder.
He's the Andre Agassi's fucking powder, he said.
Powder.
Jesus.
We're off the rails already, folks. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Free freaky fucking all Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I've been and this is going to age me a little bit, and I get that. I've been a diehard Bruins fan since I believe it was around 1978, 1979 when I really first started watching them on WSBK TV, Boston.
TV 38.
TV 38.
That's right. It's home of the New Year's Eve Three Stooges marathon every single year.
Possibly, I don't know. I watched.
Absolutely.
I watched it for the Red Sox and the Bruins. WSBK TV, channel 38 in Boston.
You were not a fan of the Three Stooges New Year's Eve marathons?
Dude, you know how long ago I actually stayed up past like 10 o'clock on a New Year's.
Oh my goodness, the Stooges! I can't imagine a New Year coming in without a night of eye pokes and oh my goodness.
So for me, having been a Bruins fan, a big bad Bruins fan, I just love the atmosphere of playoff hockey. The hits, everything is more important. You know, this is where a player of someone like Brad Marchand, who, let's face it, he rides a line, sometimes crosses a line, and he used to really cross that line. Several years ago, he was really bad about crossing, licking people and doing crazy ass shit. But he is the type of guy.
You can't do that now.
That's true. But he is the type of player, though, that you want on your team because, number one, he's ultra talented. The guy can play hockey.
Fact.
And he is like, he's just that dirt dog on the ice that's just doing the things that.
If he's not on your team, you absolutely hate him.
100%.
You don't want anything.
He's an annoying asshole.
Big guy.
Yep.
You cannot wait for your big guy to take his head off. But he's a Bruin. So
but then again, then you turn around and you've got arguably one of the nicest guys in hockey, but yet just an incredible assassin, Patrice Bergeron. You throw in, a trade of Taylor Hall, who is playing like a first-round draft pick should play.
He's where he's wanted to be.
He's where he
has wanted to be for years.
He just finally feels the guy. He just wants to be a guy.
He does not have to be the man. And that is, I think, what has killed him for the last several years. Well, number one, he played Buffalo. I mean, they suck. It's terrible. They're awful.
Recently, and before that, it was Edmonton, and it was much the same thing.
He played with the Devils, and he basically took a piss poor Devils team to the playoffs and was named the league MVP because of it. Mm-hmm. Well, he's playing back to that caliber. And then let's face it, as much as you meaning Bruins fans, as much as we bitch about Tuukka Rask, the stats will back this up that he is one of the He is one of the best goaltenders in the game.
Agreed.
Right now. As much as we bitch about him as for some reason, maybe it's because he doesn't show a lot of passion. He just goes
because he didn't show up at all last year in the playoffs.
Because he left last year. I don't know.
Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace. But no, I love playoff hockey. And this is actually, I like watching just in general playoff hockey. Like the Carolina matchup right now has been tremendous. Mm-hmm. Has been fun hockey. And
I wish they'd be the Whalers again.
I know. Even the Toronto-Montreal series has been fun because I hate both teams. So
can both teams lose? Is that possible? Asking for a friend.
They can play unlimited overtimes in Game 7 and just keep playing for like a week and a half solid.
Yeah.
What if they just kept playing?
That would be fine.
Just until next season. And then we're just like, hey, guys, the season starts again.
They've been eliminated like 8 months ago and nobody gave a shit. But
no one gave a shit because it's, Toronto and they're never going to win anything anyway. And Montreal.
At least an Ottawa fan. Sorry, Corey Jones.
They must have, 3 fans?
Corey's one of them. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't. But, honestly, what I would love to see, though, I would like to see Quebec City get a team back. I would.
I did like the Nordiques.
The Nordiques?
Yeah, the Quebec Nordiques.
The Nordiques.
Nordique. You put a vowel in there. You went full
I'm from
Canadian
Maine. We had shit to everything.
You went full Canadian there for a second.
You went full Canadian there, bud. You never go full Canadian.
I don't care. That's how I always said it. I don't
care.
Well,
all right. You know what? You get a pass because Maine is that intermediary in between, the rest of the United States and the rest of Canada. It's that melting pot.
If you think about it, you could have Quebec City, Montreal, Ottawa, each of them are within like an hour and a half drive of each other. And then you turn around and you throw the Bruins into that once the pandemic's over. And you add
Buffalo. And
no, that's 5 because that's pretty much you'd have 5 or 6. I mean, that would be a cool Eastern Conference type
be great. We'd win every
rivalries.
year.
That'd be cool.
We'd win the division every year. That'd be awful.
I know, that'd be
awesome.
What are you talking about? It'd be fucking perfect.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would. It'd be amazing.
Yeah. Anyway,
we can load us up with all the terrible Canadian teams, and we'll just win every year. This is perfect. Let's call the NHL.
This
sounds good.
Perfect. We won't talk about the Celtics because they're terrible. They would have been better off missing the playoffs and getting a better draft pick.
Why? They'd have blown it anyways. Danny Ainge does not know what he's doing anymore.
I think he's gone. I think he steps back. There's rumors
he has to.
Are they that bad? I'm not a Celtics fan. I really
they're falling apart. Brad Stevens needs to leave. No one is buying into the Brad Stevens philosophy anymore.
I am a huge Brad Stevens fan. I think he's a hell of a coach. I think he needs to go back to college. I think he needs to go. He should have taken the Indiana job, but I think he would be better suited back at college.
His program will get you to the playoffs. It will not win you an NBA title.
I don't think so. They got a built-in excuse when Jaylen Brown got hurt.
They need a big man. They need a big guy.
They need to play Robert.
And I'm not like talking.
Don't they have that guy Taco?
Yeah, but he's not.
He's
not. He's not an NBA.
They need two Taco Fall. They need Taco to go to Taco Bell and eat lots of tacos.
No,
and
he's
big. Wait.
No.
To get big.
Dude, he's like 300 pounds. He's
Taco Fall.
Oh, Taco's
well,
huge.
He's like 7 feet tall. Yeah, and
he's 7'6", like 290 pounds.
7'6". That's dirty.
He is a big man.
That's
Why
a
isn't
fucking
he
redwood
playing
tree
like Shaq then?
Because he doesn't have the skill level of Shaq. He has the height, and that's it.
Just have him watch Blue Chips on repeat for like days. And then that's one of my favorite movies of all time, though. By the way, I love Blue Chips. Nick Nolte's the man.
The last thing we'll say before we jump back into the video stuff is I would like to congratulate the greatest field goal kicker of all time in NFL history.
Yes.
Retired today.
Adam Vinatieri?
Adam Vinatieri. Retired. So they came out with this thing that when Adam Vinatieri made his NFL debut on September 1st of 1996, 4 things happened. Number 1, the Ravens began playing in Baltimore. Brett Favre just won his first MVP. Tom Brady was a freshman at Michigan. And the Dallas Cowboys were the Super Bowl champions. That is how long ago that Adam Vinatieri...
What was it? September what day?
September 1st, 1996.
So I believe, and that is about the right time, and I'm going to really geek out here, but that is pretty much the same time that Scott Hall debuts on Monday Nitro, and thus the NWO is born.
That's about right.
Okay, but we're not... Nope, we're not talking wrestling on this show.
I'm just saying that happened.
Zip.
That happened.
Zip. I will mute you.
So Adam Vinatieri has been around longer than the Monday Night Wars.
However, we will say this. Teaser for next week. Next week's Friday show, we will be talking wrestling from beginning to end.
Yes.
We will be talking the Dudes and Belts chatcast on Twitch. We will have special guest John Starner with us of Johnny Death Drop.
Guest Johnny Death Drop. Guest. Don't put the No, you said special guest. Don't pump him up that much.
No, Johnny. Hey.
He's doing good on Twitch. He's doing really good. The head's getting like this. Like we don't really need to fucking...
We all know Johnny's special.
Well, right. I get that, but that doesn't make him a special guest. Well, all right. You know what? Never mind. It is funnier if he is a guest that's special. So yes, we'll see him next week.
So he will be on next Friday, where we will really be talking about the Dudes and Belts chatcast, talking about Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling, what you guys are doing, things like that. For those of you that don't know, my 2 cohorts here, Marky and Brian, are involved with Twitch with Johnny Death Drop, doing Dudes and Belts chatcast, talking Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling and a little bit of other wrestling, but really focusing on Rocky Mountain Pro.
They are an indie company, lower company.
Yeah.
They have guys that have made their way to WWE. They have guys that have made their way to AEW, men and women. They're based out of Denver, Colorado. We've been tightly affiliated with them now for a good 6 months anyway, like on streams and talking off streams and things like that. And we're going to be involved in one of their pay-per-views coming up in actually in about a month, just about a month from now. So we'll have some more information next week. We'll kind of let you behind the curtain, a skosh, but that's next week's show.
Yeah. So that
actually
was
a month from today. We'll
Yes.
be there.
Yeah. So that was I just wanted to kind of let people know, get your friends watching, see what's happening, see what's going on with our podcast, their chat cast. Two different things. One is live, one is not. Yeah.
Cool.
So let's talk.
To the matter at hand that we left off last week.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk Leisure Suit Larry.
Great game.
Dude, Leisure Suit Larry is great on PC, and then you got it on PS2. No, I played some Leisure Suit Larry games. Come on, I was in college about the time one of the Leisure Suit Larry games came out, and it was something you could sit in your dorm room with your buddies and play and laugh and get stoned and drink, and yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, Leisure Suit Larry is an actual game. Very much R-rated, borderline X-rated.
There was a lot of it was NC-17.
There was an NC-17 version.
There was.
Which is really interesting in a video game.
It was weird. Picture the Elder Scrolls in the Playboy Mansion.
That's about right.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, Playboy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically went around to different people who had quests. Many of them involved getting women to take their virtual clothes off. And yeah, you completed those quests and jumped on trampolines with big boobed virtual women.
When you were 13, it was a hell of a game.
Oh, I bet it was.
It was a hell of a game.
Hell, when you were 19, it was a hell of a game.
It was hell. So no, we're going to talk some more video games. I am really, Brian and Marky are going to kind of lead this discussion because they're more. Well, no, I am old, but my video game playing is very limited. I mean, I enjoy playing, but I don't play nearly like I used to. And the fact is you guys are more versed in video games than I am. So I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to chime in occasionally and go Bruins.
Well, like we talked about earlier, Marky and I and Tim were talking about how we've reached a point now. We're into PlayStation, the first one. We really just need to go through companies because a lot of companies fade away at this point. Sega has a few years left. They have the Saturn and then the Dreamcast, and then Sega goes away. I know Marky's a Saturn guy. What did you think of the Saturn? Like, you had probably some great Saturn games.
I only played a few. I had a wrestling game, I had a baseball game on them, and I was the first one of my buds to have a disc system. When I got Saturn, my other buddies were still playing like N64 and games like that, and I immediately following Nintendo, I didn't go the Super Nintendo and N64 route. I went to Sega myself. So I had Sega Genesis, and then I got myself a Sega Saturn.
Same here.
I loved the Sega consoles. I thought the graphics were better. I thought the music was better. In the wrestling games, the guys were clearer. It just seemed to be a better system, and I like the idea of discs. You could kind of tell that's where the technology was going, and I wanted to try to be like on the curve with it. And it had a better save feature in it. Like I loved Sega Saturn, and I'd just play it ad nauseum. My friends would come over to my house and be like, "Where's your N64?" I'm like, "I don't have one." I dropped Nintendo. I went to Sega, and I had a whole bundle full of Sega cartridges and old Nintendo games. But and while my other friends were playing like Mario World and things like that, I still couldn't play it. Like I've never picked it up to this day. I've never played it. Just continuing the Sonic the Hedgehog games and then going into Saturn where they kind of got away from it, and they got into more like rights-based games. Like they got into MLB and they got the names and the rights to the players and the teams.
A lot of fighting games
with wrestling
too.
Yes. So, but you Brian had said that you had N64 at this point and you were playing.
Yeah, I was a 64 guy. I had a Genesis. I loved my Genesis. And when I got N64, I was like, do I want the Saturn? Now, this is me as a kid. Of course I did. But I knew I had to pick, and it was N64 or Saturn. And I just remember going to Ames That's how
I remember
long ago
Ames.
this was.
I remember Ames used
I
to get
remember
all
Ames.
kinds
We
of
went
stuff
to
at
Ames,
yeah.
and I was staring, and I'm like, "There's a Saturn, and there's the N64," and I'm like, "Discs are really cool." When you're a kid, discs are really cool.
Yes. It was
And
so
I'm
new.
like,
It was so different. Like, wow, they put a
and
game on a
I can
disc.
remember, and this is going to sound weird, and this will explain a lot about my collecting to this day of retro games. But I remember looking to the bin to my right, and it was a bin full of Genesis games. Most of them I hadn't played, and they were all like half price because the Saturn's out. And I'm like, I'm getting a 64 because I can still get all these games later that I haven't played yet on the Genesis, and I don't. So I got a 64, and I played Ocarina of Time, which was amazing. Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Mario 64, Smash Brothers was on there. That was the first like competitive fighting game I picked up. But my time mostly with my N64 was spent playing wrestling games, two in particular, three really. WCW vs. NWO Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and WWF No Mercy. And that's what me and my buddies did all the time. GoldenEye to an extent, but we played a lot of wrestling games because we were all wrestling fans. So it was just a different engine. It was a different feel. They all looked so good. You could do all the moves. And it was just the PlayStation ones were clunky because they all had, and people who game will understand what I'm saying here, they all had tank controls.
Yes.
Like all your guys moved in just, you could move them four ways, up, side to side, and back. But on 64, it felt like you could spin them, and it was more fluid.
See,
So-
unpopular opinion. I almost felt like Saturn had the edge on the old PS1 as far as playability and things went. It almost seemed like PlayStation was the big thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the crazy people that waited all night long to get my
PS1's
PS1.
my favorite console of all time, and we'll get into that in a second.
So I'm going to show something real quick so people understand what we're talking about. This is the Sega Saturn NASCAR 98.
1998.
1998, folks. Okay. This is basically this is what you saw right here. Can you guys see my screen?
Those are
just now.
Amazing graphics.
So this is your 1998 NASCAR game for the Sega Saturn.
But in 1998, at your console, this looked.
Oh, Tim, you gotta shut that off. There's such a bad echo.
Oh, that was a piss echo.
Stop screen sharing. It's echoing.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, now we know we just can't talk during it. That's all.
Yeah.
But anyway, that
even
was
at that point. Now you had something at your house that looked just as good as the arcades that you would play, like at the bowling alley or at the mall or wherever you went, that you paid a quarter or 50 cents for. Now you had something at your house that looked just as good as the arcade. Finally.
Yes. Yep.
And the baseball games, you had guys that looked like they were. You know, they looked, and they had the licenses, so you had the full rosters, and it was. Because on 64 and Super Nintendo, you didn't have the full rosters. I think you did, but they didn't look like anybody. They were the same ball player hitting all the time. The name changed. Now they actually looked like the kind of. I mean,
so I'm only going to do this one time here. The difference between that Sega Saturn NASCAR 98 and I'm going to show from the PS4 the NASCAR Heat 5, number 5, which is the newest one. Okay. And let's see here. So I know it's going to echo real quick, so I'm just going to play just a quick second. I mean, just that little snip. The fact is 20 plus years, the graphic change, and again, this is the PS4. This isn't even the PS5. Just it. I don't know. It amazes me that
the evolution is staggering.
Yeah.
Through the course of, let's even say, 25 years. the evolution of getting from like Nintendo and Sega Genesis and that generation all the way back to what we have now. It's just it's been a paradigm shift. Everything has changed so much that almost things aren't even relatable to what they were even to like the last console sometimes, let alone 4 or 5 consoles before it.
Yeah.
And we haven't even talked about PC. Like, I am a video game collector. This is what I do. Like, this is what I love. And
you keep trying to show Brian, but no one can see.
I know. No, I know. No one can see. I'm just looking at all my video games going, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? No, but it's the PC world has brought in different things. You can take a game that came out in 2013, like Grand Theft Auto 5, and Tim's seen it, and I put it up on my PC and mod it out, and it looks like a movie.
Yes.
It's incredible the things you can do on a PC, yet a lot of people still don't think of PCs as a gaming platform. And I didn't for a long time. I know there was PC games, but I was a console guy. I like having a controller in my hand. I still do.
Agreed. All day. All day. I'll take a console over a PC. Yeah, PC, you get better sound, you get better graphics. I get it. But I'm missing that experience of the controller in my hand when I have mouse and keyboard.
But you don't need a mouse and keyboard with a PC. You can get the controller.
Oh, I know.
That's true with some.
But some people will say that, and it is a popular opinion, and it is like a lot of your people that are really, really good at Call of Duty and stuff, they don't play controller, it's mouse and keyboard because you react quicker, the inputs are quicker.
Targeting is a lot quicker.
Oh my God, I could no possible way could I do.
The learning curve is steep, they say, but once you figure it out in any first-person shooter, mouse and keyboard is by far superior. All of your pro players play mouse and keyboard.
They really do. YouTubers, Twitch players that live stream their games all the time, very few of them are playing on consoles with controllers in their hands. 95% of them are playing mouse and keyboard.
Anyway, back to we kind of went down a rabbit hole there. So,
what I thought would be cool is we all know we've got to the history of video games now. We're up to modern pretty much consoles. I mean, we talked about we're getting into PlayStation, Xbox. I thought rather than go through those, because we all know those now. Even the people that are younger that listen to this, like Daly and McGinty, they at least know the history of PlayStation, Xbox, whatsoever. I thought it'd be cool to talk about maybe your favorite games from a particular console. Like, instead of highlighting the whole history, just pick a game or whatever from a particular console or a company. Like your favorite Sony game, your favorite Xbox game, your favorite game in general. I just thought rather than go through history, people would like to hear what our favorite video games are rather than a rundown of each of those systems.
That's a solid idea.
Because we still talk about the systems, you know? Like, I'll start. PS1 was my introduction to long-term gaming. PS1 has some of my most influential games that I play. This one right here behind me, Metal Gear Solid. I know it was a Nintendo game to begin with. It came out on the NES. Metal Gear Solid for the PS1 started me on this whole franchise. And if you don't know about the history, watch it because the whole story is amazing. But like Final Fantasy VII was a PS1 game. Resident Evil was a PS1 game. These are games that really shaped me as a gamer and built my love of single-player story-driven games. And that's what I like, is single-player story-driven games.
Mm-hmm.
You, PlayStation, Mark, you talked about it. You waited to get yours up. How did it... You're still a PlayStation guy.
I still am. We bought one Xbox in my house. I bought it 1 year for Christmas. For the kids, it was like the big present from mom and dad. And it went back to the store less than 2 days later. We hooked it up. I installed it, and I didn't like it. I'm just a through and through. I'm a PS guy. Tried playing it, just couldn't deal with it. Even in the beginning, when PlayStation was first coming out, this was going to be a thing. This was going to be new. It was made by Sony. You know, you knew it was a great name in electronics through all the years. Your TV, so many different things were made of Sony's.
Nothing was disc.
Right, and when I ever got that, one of the first games I got with it was basically my two favorite franchises of my life, even more so than like Mario Brothers, would be the Gran Turismo series and the Tony Hawk series. Oh. I am a grinder of a game. Like I like games that take forever, achievements and medals.
They can't see it.
Huh?
Yeah. I held up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 for the N64.
I can't see either of you guys' video on my Skype, so I can't. I'm looking at, but it doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
But no, I like games that just don't stop. I want replay value. I don't want to just beat the game with one character and have the game be over and I beat it in like 2 days. That sucks. With those other games, you have to go through with multiple cars in Gran Turismo, tweak them, tune them. With Tony Hawk, you had to go through and unlock everybody's things with every different character.
Get all the VHS tapes and the CDs.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they became their own franchises. We're up to Gran Turismo. I think there's a 5, and then there was another one afterwards, which I haven't played.
The new one's coming out for PS5.
Is it really? The moment I get PS5, I'm going to have to grab it. It was the same thing with the Tony Hawks. I played them all the way up to Underground. I played all 4, and then I played Underground. They're some of the most fun games on the planet. Sit around, have a little smoker, and just sit there and just play these games for hours. They were so much fun. It allowed me to play because I didn't have a lot of money. It's not like you could just go out and buy a game anytime you wanted. So I needed a game that was going to last me a month, 2 months, 3 months, so that I could play the holy hell out of it, play against my buddies who played it too, whoop their asses, and then have it be even more replay value after that. And those 2 series by far, they are my favorite games on each of the PlayStation consoles, going all the way forward, because the graphics were exponentially better with each console. So each game, and more so Gran Turismo than the Tony Hawk series. But with the Gran Turismo series, the intricacy of every car, it just got even more in depth. And the new licenses and the new companies that came into the games was astounding. Gran Turismo 4 was probably my favorite. It was the first one that they made for the PS4. And it was the open world, open map type of game. It was, I still don't even think I'm done with my playthrough of GT4. It's so big. I'm probably at like 85 or 90% complete, but there's still so much to do.
I can remember when A-Spec came out for the PS2, and it was just mind-blowing.
Gran Turismo 3 was, oh my goodness. That was my favorite game until they got to 4, and then they like doubled the amount of content in 4.
So I wish you were an Xbox guy because you would love Forza. Forza is so good.
I have played Forza on a few of my other friends, like at their house, and it is very, very, very similar. If I was an Xbox guy, I would have gotten into Forza, definitely.
So I'm a sports guy on games, I guess.
Are you sure? There's a question mark.
Well, no, I say that because, like, give me the golf games. I'll play those.
Playing that before we came on tonight.
I'll play that forever. Give me I have a PS4. I don't have a PS5 yet because I don't play enough to justify going out and spending $500 or $600. Well,
and even that, I'll wait a couple months for.
I'll wait for a while. Yeah. And looks like we lost Maki.
Yeah, he froze a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, he froze. So when I say that I like sports, it means, the 2K basketball games I enjoy. MLB I'll play, but again, I play for entertainment. I don't play to ace. I don't play it on super expert. Whatever.
You're not trying to get good, bro.
I'm not trying to get good, bro. Again, my favorite game of all time is GTA 5. I've had it for I don't know how many years. It's coming
out on PS5, so it's literally gone through 3 console generations.
I have finished it 3 or 4 different times, but I keep going back to it. The Far Cry games, I love the Far Cry games. Far Cry 3, 4, and 5. I just enjoy those types of games. But if you go back to, like the PS1 or something like that, you know what? I don't even know if the kids would tell you. They can tell you if we had I don't know what we had for games.
When we started hanging out, you were a 360 guy, and Jordan had one. So we played 360.
We had 360 because that's what
Guitar Hero.
Well, that's what Ryan had because that's what all of his friends had.
Because they play Call of Duty. I remember that.
They played Call of Duty, and Call of Duty was only on Xbox.
For a while, yeah.
Back then, it was only on Xbox.
The multiplayer was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, in the Call of Duty, I love the Call of Duty games, but I play the campaigns. I don't play.
Yeah.
I don't play the other ones. So,
no, I just think that with the new, like, I alternate. Like, I was a PS1 guy and then a PS2 guy, but then I was an Xbox 360 guy. And then I was a PS4 guy, and now I'm back on to Xbox with the new stuff. Because I'm a backwards compatibility guy. I want to be able to play all my old stuff on my console, and Xbox has me do that.
Hold that thought real quick. Marky just let us know they just lost power at the lanes. So his Wi-Fi went out, so he may or may not be back on for the night. We're going to keep going, but at least we know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm just.
They've been having some. Time Warner's been having some issues, cable issues and whatnot. They are having it in Portland.
Well, they've had some massive storms going down through that way.
That's true, yeah. And Tim and I have background in telecommunications infrastructure, so we understand what bad storms do to the internet. But getting back to video games, like Xbox One, like the very first Xbox, I think is an underutilized, underappreciated console. You had Halo, you had the Knights of the Old Republic game, you had Oblivion, which was an Xbox only game for a while, like a lot of your Elder Scrolls, a lot of your RPGs. And then we haven't talked about Nintendo.
So
GameCube was great. It was on a Wii. Oh my God, who didn't have Wii Sports? Wii Bowling.
We didn't.
You didn't do Wii Bowling? Wii Bowling was so good, dude.
We did not have a Wii in our household when the kids.
I'm surprised.
When the kids were smaller, we had, because again, when we were looking at money being what it is, we had made. Oh, he says he's coming back now. We had made the decision that really we could only have. Well, we had two consoles in the house. Ryan had his in the room, in his bedroom because he played, and then I had one in the living room that Jordan and Aaron didn't really play. He wasn't a gamer.
Yeah.
So it was Jordan and I played, and we played what Ryan had. So we had the Xbox 360, which was the big one at the time. So no, we never had the Wii. My brother did. We'd play at my mother's house. You know, when we had family get-togethers, things like that.
We had a Wii in the fraternity house because we came out when I was in college. So we had a Wii in the fraternity house. And we played Wii Bowling and Wii Sports, but that was still I was Xbox 360, and we were playing Halo all the time. We played so much Halo in college and Madden and NHL.
So there's a game real quick.
Madden's culture. It's not a game. That's a culture.
That's a culture. We always had it. We always got the new one. But I lost interest in Madden about 10 years ago.
Same here. And it's because it's the same game with updated rosters every year.
And it became increasingly difficult, meaning there were 342 plays that you could choose from, but you had a shot, you had a play clock. Hey, look who's back.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, buddy.
Power flicked at the bowling alley and everything went crazy for a minute here. So,
I'm guessing you guys have some storms coming through the area.
We did earlier. It was quite nasty here about an hour or two ago, but there might be some residuals or something.
We had some good thunder bangers come through here earlier.
Yeah, it was some good ones.
Yeah. Angie and I took Larry out for a ride. Went and got me some ice cream.
Larry's their cat.
Yeah, Larry's our cat. He loves to go for rides. Angie put pictures up on Facebook, so it's whatever.
No, earlier it was beautiful outside, and then 3 minutes later, hell itself showed up outside. Yeah. So it was rough for a little while.
Marky,
it happens here a lot.
Yeah, we're talking. We kind of going down a Madden rabbit hole real quick.
I'll listen to you guys. I never got into it. I'm not a Madden player.
I played.
It gets serious shit. Madden gets to be some serious shit with people. But
there are. And yes. So I stopped playing it realistically, I bet about 10 years ago. Back when, you could play and you could have fun with it. And then all of a sudden you had, 300 plus plays to choose from and 18 different formations and everything else. And I'm just like, I just want to run a sweep. Like
run right, run left, run middle.
I just want to play football. I just want to play football.
I play games to be entertained. I don't play. I'm not going professional with esports. I'm not.
See, I'm not either. I play Madden, but I don't play. I play one mode Madden. I play my team or Ultimate Team, and I just do the challenges and I collect my packs of cards and I open them and I build my team and I'm like, oh, this is fun, and I like doing little challenges. That's what keeps me like. I like little challenges. I like being able to go in and saying, okay, I can do 5 challenges and then I'm done, and I do them and I'm like, okay, I got my entertainment in. For a sports game,
I
love playing the show. Like I'm playing that for Xbox right now.
I love MLB The Show. That again, I'm a baseball fan.
So good.
It really is.
They tweaked a lot of the stuff. The hitting's better. Everything about the game is better.
The only thing that I would really like to do,
and they have Create a Stadium.
They do. I can't
which is cool.
find it. I can't.
It's right in the beginning. You go to the main menu. You go up top. It says Create.
Okay. I want to create a stadium. I think that's so cool, and then you can play it. To me, that's fun. I want to put a 75-foot fence at 200 feet. You know what I mean? Be stupid. I like this. Again, I do shit to be entertained. That is my sole reason for playing video games.
Tim has 200-foot fences, but they're 100-foot high.
Yes.
Everything's a double.
It's funny because there was a computer game, and I wished I could remember the name of the baseball game, but it had like all the old stadiums that you could play. It wasn't like MLB whatever. It was just one of these baseball games, and you could play like the Polo Grounds, which was center field was
kick it way old school with the Polo Ground.
Yeah.
But it was like Triple Play 98 for the PlayStation. You could unlock Ebbets Field and the Polo Grounds to play in.
It's awesome.
But see, some of these stadiums though, they're like 240 feet down the lines, but it was 480 feet to center field. Like Crossley Field in Cincinnati was similar to that. They got all these. I don't know. I'm a geek when it comes to baseball and stuff like that. I just
numbers,
think
man. Baseball's all numbers, which is all video games are really.
Part.
Zeros and ones. That's all they are.
See, I have my games that I play when I want to be a completionist, like my Gran Turismos, like my Tony Hawk. Then I have my entertainment games, but even then, to a point, I have to be doing something. So when I can't decide what game to play at my house, yes, I'm still 9 years old. I still put in Minecraft, and I still sit and I play Minecraft. And you ask Dom, the few times that I get the damn PlayStation in my house, I don't let it go. I'll be sitting there. I'll play Minecraft 4 or 5 hours solid. If I can't sleep, I go out into the parlor and I give my dog something to eat. So she's sitting there chilling, and I turn on Minecraft at 1 a.m. and just blindly will sit and play that.
I have never played Minecraft. And I think I think we lost.
Yeah.
I think we lost.
I haven't played Minecraft. I tried it once.
It happened again, didn't it?
Oh, there you are.
There you are. Damn it! I don't know what's going on. It happens around here every once in a while. When the power goes out, sometimes the Wi-Fi will be shoddy all night long.
Explain to me real quick, and because I've never played Minecraft, because my kids never got into it.
Yep.
So I never.
I got my kids into it. What? What is like? I don't understand what.
It's kind of two games, and real quick, Mark, let me touch on this. From my understanding, there is a Minecraft, you put it in safe mode, and then it's just free build. You build whatever you want. You can build your own civilizations and stuff, and your own. But then there's like a survival mode where like zombies come out and you have to fight them, and like you're surviving.
There's 2 modes to the game, like Brian was saying. There's creative mode, they call it. Well, there's actually 3 modes now. There's creative mode, where you are given access to every building block in the game, every type of wood, every type of stone, every type of stone. How you doing? Huh? There's all kinds of different things in the game. It literally is if you were the only human on Earth and you were thrown in. You start a world, and you are just you're called the player, right? You're a human. You get dropped into the world. You have no food. You don't need to drink water. There are mods that you have to drink, like you have thirst, but you have no food. You have no tools. You have no resources, nothing. You have to literally survive. You are a pilgrim that came to a place that has been uninhabited except for wild animal type things. Cows, pigs, chickens, there are in the game for food and for other ideas. And you have to survive. You have to mine and you have to craft. You have to mine the things that you need. You need the iron to make your tools and your armor. You need the coal to cook your food. You need the diamonds to trade with, the other NPCs, the non-player characters in the game, because you stumble upon villages of this ancient civilization that take different trades. You need to get all these different resources in order to survive. Some people say there is literally no point to Minecraft, and there kind of isn't. You can travel there is a story. You travel to different dimensions, you gather resources, and you kill this thing at the very end called the Ender Dragon, and you set the world free. But even after you kill the final boss thing, you still just respawn back in your world at your house, as though you never left. So now you can do one of two things. You can either delete your game and restart a new one if you're like, oh, I already got it done, I'm finished. Or you can expand and explore the whole world around you. There are caves you can explore. There are mountains. There are dungeons with these demons and these skeletons that shoot you and these zombies that come eat you, and you can kill them and get experience. And it's basically a recreation of the real world if there was like magic in the real world, because there's a high degree of magic in the world, but there's also a high degree of, hey, you need to kill this cow to eat. So it's basic survival coupled with like video game skill that we've learned through the years. It sounds mindless until you actually get into it and realize that there is some premise. There is an immense amount of coverage of Minecraft. It's the most popular game in the world. I believe it's the best-selling game ever.
It is
of all time
it's
at this point.
Sold on every platform.
Yes, it's on your phone. It's on your tablet.
Yeah.
It's on your computer. It's on.
Your fridge can run Minecraft.
Yes. I even have it on the computer here at the bowling alley, so when I'm getting bored and I got nothing to do, I can fire up Minecraft on the computer. Like I said before, I suck with mouse and keyboard, but I'm trying to use it to teach me how to be better, and I'm failing epically, so I think I'm going to stay away from mouse and keyboard. But it's just one of those fun. So I've talked about this before, about I need a game that has replay value. I don't like a game that I play it and I'm done and I can't do anything else. Minecraft is a game that literally never ends. There is no end to it.
Okay.
In the least bit. And it has its own charm if you're into I like adventure style, like Brian was talking about before, first person adventures where you go through. Yes, there's a point where you get to an end, but Minecraft doesn't make you be done with the game there. You have the option of going and completing it again. You can improve your world. You can go and travel to far places.
New game plus.
Basically, yes. The replay value on it is enormous. Enormous.
So,
and it's never the same twice. Never.
Okay, it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I've never played it.
It's like SimCity. Back in the day.
Without a bunch of other people. Yes, because you still have to build your home. You have to interact with the other characters that are in the game and stuff. It really is just basically very 8-bit.
It's how many times did you build a city in SimCity 2000? You get it all up and running, and then you're like, tsunami.
Right.
And you destroy it. And they're like, okay, build it again. And
that
then
happens,
you're like,
That happens in Minecraft. You build a beautiful house, and you do everything you can do, and you have this great armor room, and you built a fireplace, and you have this beautiful mansion that you built.
And he's gone again.
And he's back.
Oh, he's back.
So anyway, I'll be fast. So you build your house, and then bang, the creeper shows up and blows it up. And now you have to start from scratch because the game is an asshole, and that's just part of the game. But I love it.
The other series, there's obviously Call of Duty. I don't play online. I don't play against people. I'm not. I can't.
You're not good.
I am.
You're not people good.
I'm not people good.
Yeah.
I love the Grand Theft Auto games and going all the way back to Liberty City, and Vice City.
Oh no, you go all the way back to PS1 where you had Grand Theft Auto. Then Grand Theft Auto 2, which happened in England, which was top down and isometric. And then Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PS2 changed everything. It was the first ever open world game.
Yes, that's the one that I first started playing the GTA games. And then you throw in Vice City. And then the next one was San Andreas.
Which changed GTA.
GTA tremendously. And then obviously GTA 5, which has been a number one seller now.
Everybody leaves out 4. I liked 4.
I thought I did 4.
No, 4, Nico, my cousin Nico Bellic.
No,
wasn't Vice City 4?
No.
Vice City was technically 3.5.
Yeah.
And San Andreas was 3 3/4, and then 4 came out.
And then GTA 4 came out, and it just.
I loved it. I still play it. I liked 4.
It was okay. I don't know. I didn't like the gameplay. It was weird.
4 is basically 5 beta.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff from 4 got refined to help make 5 really good.
Yeah. GTA 6 is really what I'm looking forward to. Got a few years.
Yeah, because they just pretty much confirmed that Red Dead Redemption's getting remastered.
Okay. I don't know. I just those are my games. I mean, I play for entertainment value. I play to have fun. I don't play to.
We all gravitate to our own genre of what we find attractive. I personally cannot stand first-person shooters. I suck at them so hard. And
I love them when I'm playing them by myself.
Well, that's what I mean.
I still can't play them good.
but that's the difference, Mark, is I don't play like the Call of Duty games. When I play campaign, I'm not playing on expert and shit like that.
You play on easy.
Mm-hmm.
I play it on regular. I
play story. I want the story, and I want to get because that's what I like video games for, is I want a good story. Like Witcher 3, I want something to entertain me. I want to get just delve into something. Like right now I'm playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it just came out and I love Mass Effect. And that's 3 games right there that are basically a space opera. And I'm like, okay, I've played these 3 times already. I'm like, easy. I just want to play them different than I played them before and see all the new stuff and the 4K. And
that's why I played GT. Matter of fact, the kids would laugh at me because they'd come over and I'd be playing Far Cry 5. And I finished it about 48 times. But I keep going back to play it because I play it something different every time.
Right.
I go a different way. I go,
okay,
this way I'm going south instead of north. Or, you know what? This time I'm only gonna use a sniper rifle on every single thing. Or this time I'm only doing, knives and arrows and stuff like that.
See, there's your replay value.
Yeah. I just it's entertainment. I don't want to say it's a time waster, but it's a time waster for me. It's
a time filler.
No, it's not.
Filler, not waster.
It's a way for you to relax. It's a way for you to unwind. It's a way for you to. It's no different than reading a book or watching a movie.
True.
Correct.
That's the biggest thing. Video games are books. They are that form of media for people. Mm-hmm. Some people read them. Some people play them. Some people watch them. There's a whole group of people we haven't talked about that are gamers that don't game. They watch people play games. Like on Twitch and YouTube, they just watch long plays and stuff and watch people play all these stuff and just get the stories. And
video games were one of the biggest things that ever happened to YouTube when the Let's Play phenomenon hit it and changed the internet and YouTube as we know it forever. Without Let's Plays, YouTube would be a very different platform. I don't even know if you'd have Twitch at this point, or it would look very, very different. Or these other live streaming platforms. Video games changed like at a fundamental level too, our entertainment on the internet, how we watch it, how we consume it. Big time.
Yeah.
That's where I go if I'm in a certain part of a game and I can't get past it. I'll go to YouTube and find how they did it.
A walkthrough. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So I have done that a handful of times.
Yeah.
If I get stuck in like the Nathan Drake series.
Yeah.
That
Uncharted or Tomb
Uncharted
Raider or something
and stuff
like that.
If you've got a, because like the Nathan Drake, the Uncharted, a lot of that is puzzle. You got to solve a puzzle
hit this lever to move this.
While you're getting shot at. You know what I mean? You now I'll go shit. I gotta figure out which lever to pull and things like. And if I'm stuck, yes, I'll go to YouTube or I'll Google. Walk through level 7, Uncharted, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I have done my getting good. I beat Dark Souls in college. It broke 2 controllers. I screamed a lot. I don't want to do that anymore. I have a kid. I want to sit down for an hour, hour and a half, make progress, and then say that was worth it. Like I don't want to play the same. I don't want to play the same boss 50 times because it's tough.
I've never broken a controller. I've never gotten.
Play Dark Souls.
I've never gotten so mad. Oh, I have.
That's one thing I miss about the old cathode TVs. They had a great big thick glass screen.
You could punch.
No, that you could jump up out of your seat, run at the TV, and throw your controller into the glass screen at about 50 miles an hour. The controller shattered, and the TV was fine. I cannot tell you how many controllers met an untimely end in the middle of my TV screen because I duffed on a 5 million point trick in Tony Hawk because my manual balance went down and I lost it. Oh, I can't tell you how many times. It's so satisfying. I hate to say it out loud, but when you break that thing after trying so hard, it's just like a release. And you got to walk away for like 10 minutes and then I come back, I make the walk of shame back, I get my backup controller and I keep playing. And then you got to make the walk of shame to Walmart tomorrow when you got to go buy another controller.
Yeah.
When you were just in there 2 months ago buying another controller.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, hi, Mark. Nice to see you again. Must still be playing Tony Hawk. Yeah, fuck you.
So we're running up against the end of the time here. This is obviously a discussion that is going to be had again because we have not touched on a lot of things.
There's like 2 more aspects we haven't touched on. We've touched on the consoles and we've discussed those. PC gaming, we haven't really delved too much.
Yep.
And also mobile gaming.
Yep.
I have a lot to say about mobile gaming when we start
Kimmy
talking
loves
about
Boom
that.
Beach.
Actually, I haven't played Boom Beach in months.
Clash Clans?
No.
We had a clan at work.
So when I play, if I'm just looking for a time waster, there's a couple of mobile games that I do. One is 1945 Air Force. I do have Boom Beach, but like I said, I haven't opened it for a few months. Strike, which is a bowling, and it has Candlepin on it.
I have that too.
Golf Clash occasionally.
Dominic plays Golf Clash all the time.
But mostly it's Candy Crush. I've been playing Candy Crush for years. Mm-hmm. I'm at level like 3,000 something. And I'm at those levels now where I'll play one level for like a week and it pisses me off and I won't play it for a while.
And then you pick it up and beat it the first try.
And then I pick it up and beat it the first time. I'm like,
they do that on purpose for you, by the way.
I know they do.
I hope you know that.
I'm okay with it.
That's that little you chasing the dragon. You're like, oh, I can beat another level. Like sometimes it lets you beat 3 in a row, and then you won't beat the next one for a long time.
Yep. But yeah, so we still have some things to talk about. We'll pick it up in a couple of weeks because again, next week we have a special guest.
We have a guest that's special.
We have a guest that's special.
Week. He's on Twitch right now too. I saw him.
Is he streaming?
Yeah.
So, folks, do not forget. Sunday nights, you can watch these 2 plus Josh Rio, Jeff Walsh, and John Steiner at, where is it, guys?
Twitch.tv/Johnny Deathdrop for the Dudes and Belts Chatcast.
There you go. Please, questions for our lock letters.
Lock letters. Intro coming in the near future.
Yes.
Now that we can share screens, we're gonna make an intro.
We'll have an intro. Send us your questions, your comments, your concerns about Brian's OnlyFans account to Ripping the Rack Podcast at gmail.com.
Beautiful.
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find us on Instagram. There are no pictures up yet. However, it is there.
Did we finally get one?
Podcast. Oh, we've had it again.
We haven't. Yeah, he gave me the login last week. I'm gonna stop posting on it tomorrow.
And I saw you tweeted today. That was cool.
I did. I tweeted out.
You used the Twitter. You used the Twitter.
The Twitter.
The Twitter.
I used the Twitter.
Where you go, Pops?
So, Ripping the Rack Podcast. You can find Brian's OnlyFans at Beautiful Brian.
Brian.doesn'tfuckingexist.com.
Whatever. However you find him on OnlyFans. If you want to see Brian swinging his Peter Griffin belly.
It's only hands.
It's only hands?
It's just pictures of hands.
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
I will not truffle shuffle for you.
Brian, where else can they hear us?
They can hear us on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you want to give your ears the spa treatment. As I say on Facebook.
The spa treatment.
Oh my God, the spa treatment, folks. And
I called us the Tri-Host Tryhards the other day.
Yes,
that's us.
Tri-Host, the Tri-Host Tryhards.
Yeah,
I completely lost my train of thought because I was thinking about Brian doing an actual OnlyFans, and I just started laughing.
Really? Because I thrown up.
I don't know why.
That's going to be our first Instagram post tomorrow. I'm going to set up an OnlyFans in his name, and then I'm going to take a picture of the confirm, and then that's Ripping the Rack's first Instagram post.
Well, we got kicked off Instagram with one post. That's awesome.
We did. Yeah, we did. Congratulations, boys.
Congratulations. Again, Sunday evenings, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Time.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Catch these guys on twitch.tv. Look for Johnny Death Drop, the Dudes and Belt Chatcast. You will find us at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Times on Tuesdays and Fridays. Of course, you can always find us later in the day if you're not up at 7 a.m. And by the way, someone did ask me why the hell I go at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ultimately, the reason why that's 8 a.m. It's 8 o'clock for our Canadian friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
Angela needs something to listen to while she's not working.
She does. She does. And Calvin needs something to listen to, and Hoagie needs
while
something
he's waiting
to
for the
to.
post office line to get so long because he's not giving people their mail. Calvin's probably like the Grinch. No mail for you.
I didn't know Calvin was a mail carrier.
He's not. He works in the post office.
He works in the post office up there.
He does?
I think so, yeah. I think he's a post dude. I think he works in the post office.
You
sure? At least he did last I knew.
I don't know. Now that we're still on here, I've got to.
Tim's
Calvin, what do you do?
I got to pull him up on the Facebook.
On the
Facebook. Ripping the Rack After Hours.
That goes to show you how long that I've been on Facebook that I still remember as being the Facebook.
I've been on Facebook longer than you. I've been a Facebook member since December of 2004.
He has no workplaces to show. He did study accountancy.
That much I did know. I thought he was in numbers. Yeah.
I thought he worked in the post office. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong, Calvin. What do you do?
He
Tell
is
us.
married to one Julie Bernatchez Locke.
Yes.
Which we all don't understand.
Better half.
Which we all don't understand.
He pays her well.
Dude, I get it. I get outreach program. That's how I got Cal.
Oh,
you send them some money. They find you somebody nice. Like, Tim, your checks are still coming, right? For being my friend?
Yes. Yeah.
Marky, we're coming up on a while working together. You're going to get the paperwork soon. You're going to start getting, a little kickback for being friends with me through the foundation. They're nice people. They'll help you out.
I'm all about that. I trust you, bro.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but I was able to go to Vegas this year, so
that's fine with me. That put it away. I'm trying to buy a car right now, so you know what I mean. Every little dime helps. Every little bit helps.
Yes. Yeah. You will appreciate it. So, anyway, folks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with our ramblings, sometimes inane ramblings. And in the grand scheme of things, we're all dumber for having listened to us.
This is a fact, yes.
Yeah.
Melissa, I called Melissa last night. I was here at the bowling alley. I just called to see if we were going to go out and play Pokemon together last night. And I was like, what are you doing? You sitting home chilling? She goes, yeah, I'm listening to Ripping the Rack. I went, why?
Why?
No, dude. No.
I was kidding. She's married to one of the guys on the show. I go home and I tell her everything that we talked about. We always sit, we have coffee, and we talk about the show before we go to bed.
Kelly doesn't listen.
My wife has not listened to one episode of the show, which is funny as hell to me. It is truly funny as hell to me that my wife has not listened to one episode of the show. Number one, her attention, she would be gone after about 3 minutes. She'd be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
what you gotta do? You gotta hide some Bluetooth speakers through the house.
Yes,
right? And lock the door and just play it on like the volume on like 50.
Yeah.
And then she has no choice. Put one speaker in the bathroom, speaker in the den, speaker in the kitchen, speaker in the parlor, speaker in the upstairs, just speaker in the garage. I don't care. And then you have to play an episode and make her listen.
Yeah, it's gonna have to.
Just for the fun of it. I mean, we're husbands. If we can't have fun and do stupid shit like that and jeopardize our marriages, then what are we here for?
True story.
Right?
True story.
What are we here for?
So anywho, Tuesdays and Fridays, check us out. Sundays, check these guys out. Peace out, folks. Really appreciate you guys listening.
Say bye, Tim. Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.